Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai's Sports News. And what a day to be a sports fan, because the 2026 FIFA World Cup has officially kicked off, and the world is watching. ESPN is reporting that Mexico got the tournament underway in style, defeating South Africa 2-0 right in their home city of Mexico City. The crowd was electric, the atmosphere was everything you'd expect from an opening match, and El Tri delivered on home soil. It's a massive early statement from Mexico, who will feel right at home with the tournament being hosted across North America this year. Meanwhile, over in Group A, Sky Sports reports that South Korea put on a gutsy performance, coming back from a goal down to beat Czech Republic 2-1 at the Estadio Guadalajara. That's a real character-building win for the Koreans, and it sets the group up beautifully going forward. The 2026 World Cup is here, folks, and it is already delivering the drama. Now staying with World Cup football, and BBC Sport has a fascinating story about England star Jude Bellingham ahead of the Three Lions campaign. The Real Madrid midfielder opened up about the mindset he believes England need to carry into this tournament, saying that he and his teammates need to genuinely feel the love when they pull on that England shirt. It's a remarkably candid statement from one of the best players on the planet. Bellingham seems to be speaking about the connection between the fans, the players, and the occasion, and how that emotional fuel can be the difference between a forgettable exit and a real run at the title. England have come agonizingly close in recent tournaments, and with the World Cup on home turf in North America, the pressure and the expectation has never been higher. Can Bellingham lead England to glory? The whole nation is holding its breath. Let's get into some transfer news now, and it's a big one for Premier League fans. According to ESPN's Transfer Talk, Manchester United are making moves in the left-back department, with two names high on their shortlist. First up is Antonee Robinson, the American international and Fulham fan favorite, who has been one of the standout fullbacks in the Premier League over the past couple of seasons. The second name is Lewis Hall from Newcastle United, who has impressed with his composure and attacking intent down the left flank. It's an interesting pair of targets that tells you something about United's ambitions. They want a world-class option at left-back, and they're clearly willing to look both domestically and across the pond to find the right profile. No deal is done yet, but the fact that United have shortlisted both players means things could move quickly as the summer window heats up. Robinson's potential move would also be a huge story for the USMNT, elevating his profile even further heading into the World Cup. All right, switching gears to basketball now, and this is the kind of story that gives you goosebumps. ESPN is reporting that the New York Knicks are now just one win away from their first NBA championship in more than half a century, and the way they got here is absolutely unbelievable. In Game 4 of the NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs, the Knicks engineered a stunning comeback win, capped off by an incredible tip-in from OG Anunoby that will be replayed on highlight reels for decades. The Madison Square Garden faithful have been waiting over 50 years for this moment, and now they can taste it. ESPN's betting coverage also notes that the Knicks and Jalen Brunson remain the heavy favorites to close things out. Brunson has been an absolute force throughout these playoffs, and if New York can lock it down in Game 5, the streets of Manhattan are going to erupt like nothing we've seen in a very long time. Don't sleep on the Spurs fighting back, but right now, this is the Knicks' moment to seize. Now to some concerning news out of baseball. ESPN is reporting that Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani had to leave Thursday's game against the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 7th inning due to left knee inflammation. Anytime you hear the words Ohtani and injury in the same sentence, the baseball world holds its breath. This is the most valuable player in the sport, after all. The good news? Dodgers manager Dave Roberts was quick to reassure fans, stating that the decision to pull Ohtani was strictly precautionary. The team isn't panicking, and there's no indication at this stage that it's a serious long-term concern. Still, with the World Cup pulling some eyeballs away from MLB right now, the Dodgers will be hoping this is a minor blip rather than anything that could derail their season. We'll be keeping a close eye on Ohtani's status in the coming days. Now to a truly historic moment in women's basketball. ESPN is reporting that Indiana Fever stars Clark and Aliyah Boston have done something that has never been done before in WNBA history. In the same game, both players recorded 30-point double-doubles, a first for any pair of teammates in the league's history. Boston was unstoppable, finishing with 34 points and 12 rebounds, while Clark added 32 points and 10 assists. That is an absolutely absurd stat line from both players. The level of basketball these two are bringing to the WNBA right now is genuinely breathtaking, and it's exactly the kind of performance that grows the sport. Clark, who has been the face of a WNBA boom since entering the league, continues to redefine what's possible on the court. When two teammates are both going for 30-plus in the same game, and both getting double-doubles, that's the kind of night people remember forever. The Indiana Fever are must-watch TV right now. And finally, let's wrap up with some Stanley Cup drama. ESPN reports that the Carolina Hurricanes have pushed the Vegas Golden Knights to the absolute brink, with Vegas now facing elimination. After Game 5, the Hurricanes are one win away from lifting the cup. But if you think Vegas is rolling over, think again. Golden Knights head coach John Tortorella, one of the most fiery, passionate coaches in all of hockey, came out swinging after the loss, vowing that his team would force a Game 7 back in Raleigh. Tortorella is not a man who accepts defeat quietly, and his players feed off that energy. ESPN's game grades from Game 5 confirm Carolina has looked dominant, but hockey is never over until the final buzzer sounds. Can the Golden Knights summon the kind of resilience that has defined their franchise and drag this series to a deciding game? Or will the Hurricanes wrap it up and celebrate? Either way, hockey fans are in for a treat. That's all for today's show. Thanks so much for watching Genai's Sports News. If you enjoyed the coverage, hit that like button, subscribe so you never miss an update, and we'll see you in the next one.